star of the moment, Lady Gaga's been dishing out advice on sex this week. She says it's important for girls to get to know their partners before jumping into bed with them. She says if you can't get to know them, you shouldn't have sex with them. But do you think it could be damaging to a girl's self-respect if they sleep with someone that they don't really know?
Yeah, I do, actually. I can't imagine doing that in a million years. I think the sex is better if you're with somebody who you know well and you respect and you love and you've got some kind of relationship with. I couldn't imagine doing it any other way, to be honest. I think in her position as a bit of a role model, which she's now... So, wait. I think it's, you know, it's a good thing that she's saying that, but I think you're in such a vulnerable position, aren't you, when you're having sex with somebody? You can't be just with a stranger doing that. But if you have a strong
self-esteem to begin with, does it matter?
Yeah, I think it does. I really do. I can't see anything positive in that myself, but I'm going to be corrected in a minute.
But it does depend on how intact, as Andrea says, as your self-esteem is before you embark upon that sort of behaviour. And, you know, it's not for everybody. And, you know, I did indulge in sexual activity quite young in my life, but I did know what I was doing. I knew exactly what I was doing.
Did you know who the men were?
Most of them, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, of course I did, but I didn't know them very well, and some of them I never saw again. And I didn't see anything wrong with that, and I'm not going to apologise for it, I'm not going to explain. I just think that some people... I did it, and I had sex with people because I wanted to, and I really liked it, and I couldn't see anything wrong.
Did you not want to be in a relationship with the person? Did you not want to know them and love them first?
No, not at the time. No, I didn't, because I didn't need to.
That's not what it's about, I think she's saying, Lesley.
Well, what is it about, then?
No, it is about that sometimes, but if you don't have that and you just feel like you know, look, it isn't just, you know, the domain of men where they can just go and have sex and not worry about it. Women can do that as well, and if you have strong self-esteem and confidence in the first place, it doesn't damage you. I was never damaged by it. I mean, probably if I saw some of those blokes now, I probably would lose a bit of my self-respect, but
were you made better by it, though? Do you think that it improved you as a human being?
Well, it's part of what happened. You know, I don't see that I don't think it's damaged me. I don't think it's harmed me, and I think... You know, because I've been writing about it recently, I think about it and I think, God, I'm quite shocked at how you know, promiscuous I was at some stages in my life. But I still don't regret it because, you know, I've always been careful and I've always been quite safe.
I was going to say about safety as well.
Yeah, but the main thing is I've always enjoyed it. I've never done it for needy reasons. I've got friends who go out and get laid every night because they need it. They need to be wanted. They need someone to want them. And
but it's the wrong way. It's not them that's being wanted,
and
is it?
And it makes them really sad.
And I think as well that what Lady Gaga's saying as well is quite a positive thing, in as much as, you know, she says it's important for girls. I think when we're thinking about the kind of age group of the girls who maybe follow her, I think it's quite a sensible bit of advice to give. But I must admit, I couldn't do it myself because I take a long time to get round to those sort of things. Do you know, my first boyfriend waited nearly a year, bless him. My God, if I did that nowadays, I'd be old and grey. But, you know, Amy, she's only 3, but if, you know, she came up to me at 18 or what have you and said that, you know, she was thinking of maybe, you know, having more casual relationships, I would probably encourage her more than my parents did, because as long as she was strong, she had self-respect, she was careful, she knew what she was doing, at least she'd have a little bit more experience. You know.
I think I've been thinking about this now, listening to you, and I think maybe I should have been more wild, and maybe I was, and I just can't remember because I think you've got to be safe, and we've all got to think about things like, you know, obvious things these days that you've got to protect yourself against. And I do think you have to keep your self-respect. And I do think you should know somebody's name. Or make up a name, then, I don't know. But the thing is with me is, maybe I was a bit more wild than I remember, but I was thinking about Carol, and I thought, yeah, actually, I suppose, really, you got it out of you, if you pardon the expression. The kind of... All that when you were young. No, you're still like it now, though, aren't you?
No, I'm not, actually. No, I haven't been. Don't forget, I haven't been promiscuous for a good, you know, 10, 15, 20 years.
Yes.
I did get it out of my system when I was younger, and now... I didn't have sex for 7 years, remember? And it didn't really bother me that much. But then, you know, when I found Mark, and I am completely and totally in love with him, and I do understand what you're saying. It is better and it is lovely when that happens. You've got that comfortable feeling with somebody.
Yes, of course.
You know, if he wasn't around and I did really, really want to have sex, I wouldn't worry about going out and getting some. I mean, not paying for it, obviously, but you know what I'm saying.
With that in mind, how would you like to make March a